Alright, in problem number 1 of the online activity from section 1-2, they ask you to find y when the x is 8 for the equation, the linear equation, y equal negative 1.3x plus 7.5. Basically, the only thing you have to do is take this x here and replace it with 8. And then you're going to follow order of operation. Okay, remember you need to multiply first. And then you're gonna add, and when you do that, okay, you use your regular calculator. So let's multiply 1.3 negative times 8, and then that number at 7.5. This is your final answer. So y is negative 2.9. Okay, that's how you do problem number 1. Problem number 2, basically they gave you this linear equation, y equal 3x minus 2. And they ask you to find the y coordinate of the y-intercept. What is really interesting is that this equation looks like the equation y equal mx plus b, where here the m will be 3 if I do matching, and minus 2 will be the b. The name for b is the y-intercept. The y-intercept is that point that is on the y-axis, and the point looks like this. And they're asking you for this number right here, for b. And who's my b? Negative 2. And that's how you do problem number 2. Okay. Problem number 3, they ask you to find the y-intercept again, but this time the equation looks like this, 2x minus y equals 6. And the easiest way to find the y-intercept is to make this equation look like the one up here in red, y equal mx plus b. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the y by itself, but I want the y positive. So I'm going to make this y a plus by just adding y on both sides. And you're going to have here now 2x equal y plus 6. And then I want to get rid of the 6, adding 6, because I want to leave the y by itself. So you're going to have 2x minus 6 equal y. Now I want this equation to look like a 1 in red, so I'm going to put the y first. So I'm reading it backwards. Y equal 2x minus 6. And now I do the matching, and I can see that b match with the minus 6. So b is minus 6, so my y-intercept is negative 6. And that's how we do that problem. Okay, let me clean my board here. Well, if I can do number 4 first, let me do number 4. And number 4, they ask you to find the intercepts of the equation x plus y equal 5. And basically the intercepts are the points that are touching the x-axis and the y-axis. And what is so unique about these 2 points, the intercepts, is that they always have 0. The first time the 0 is for the x coordinate. Remember, every point has an x and a y coordinate. And the second time the 0 is for the y coordinate. And what you're going to do is you're going to find what is missing in each of these parentheses. For example, in the first parenthesis, I'm missing the y. So how do I find the y here? I'm going to take this x that is 0 and plug it in for this x here. So if I put 0 for the x, then I'm going to have 0 plus y equal 5. Okay, I'm going to have something like this, 0 plus y equal 5. But what is 0 plus y? Oh, that's the same thing as just y. So y is 5. That's how we got this number here. Using the same strategy that I did now, I'm going to find the missing number in the second parentheses. Okay, and I'm missing the x, but I know the y. So what I'm going to do with this y of 0, I'm going to plug in for the y here. So now you're going to have x plus 0 equal 5. But what is x plus 0? That's the same thing as x equal 5. And there you go. Okay, so we found the intercepts. Okay, this one here is called the y-intercept, and this one here is called the x-intercept. Why they call it that way? Again, this point is on the y-axis and this point is on the x-axis. Okay, check the next video to see the other the explanation for the other exercises.